Hey friends, it is Becky Davidson, sales trainer and business growth strategist. I am super excited to be coming in here and doing a quick video on my new program that I'm launching this month, October of 2025, The Wolf Pack. It is a sales mastery and business growth mastermind. And I am beyond excited for this program. I truly feel this can be the answer to a lot of people's prayers, needs, and ability to grow revenue and grow their business more effectively. So, first off, let me quickly introduce myself in case you don't know a lot about me. My name is Becky Davidson. I have been in sales for 40 years. I've been training and mentoring people in sales for 20. I've owned my own business. I've worked, as a 1099 sales person, sales management, sales leadership, and I've built 9 books of business over the 40-year career. I've also spent about 15 years in advertising and marketing. So I definitely know a little bit about advertising and branding and marketing. But I have spent my entire life studying the psychology of selling and what I call ethical influence. So I did not come out of the womb as a great salesperson. My first sales job was at 19. I was not great. I was shy, I was introverted, and I really did not know what sales was. I had a perception of what it was, and I had, kind of I knew the basics and I had some product knowledge and I did okay. But my second sales job was a straight commission sales job and I struggled. I really struggled. And it was personal development and it was training and it was an investing in myself that saved the day. And that training and mentorship that I have spent my entire life studying from the Dale Carnegie sales course as a student, going back as a graduate assistant and helping train it, going through the John Maxwell leadership training. I invested in some great training through the John Maxwell community, and also Darren Hardy and other masters like Zig Ziglar and Brian Tracy and newer people as well. The last 7 years, 7, 8, 10 years, I have really studied the art and psychology of social selling, how to attract, how to use social media to connect and grow your audience and grow your visibility and connect with people. So I have, and then I launched my own business 3 years ago. My first year, my first 12 months in business without a website, without really having any tools. I always tell people I jump and I build my wings on the way down. I had my knowledge, I had my experience, I had my expertise, but I had to build all the framework. I had to build my manual and my course. And so I built it as I worked with people. But my first year, as I was building all of that, I still averaged over 2.5 new clients a week, every week on repeat. And that, as a brand new coach, without a website, without automations, without tools, just with skill, knowledge, and using my system, I was closing sales every week. And that, my friends, is what I'm passionate about. What I have found in my 40-year sales career, even when I worked in corporate America, I a lot of times felt like the lone wolf out there, trying to figure it out, trying to sell, calling on people, prospecting, getting in my head, overthinking things. Maybe you felt the same way. And as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, I definitely felt that way. It's like, oh my gosh, there's 20 people that have, that I could go to for websites. Who should I pick? What's a good website? Automations, how should I do that? Who should I work with? Training, there's all these different training. There was all these options at my fingertips, and it was overwhelming and confusing. Where to spend your money, what you absolutely need, not to go crazy with it, and all these decisions. And at the end of the day, the most important thing we need to do is have a product, know our product, make sure it's marketable, and start selling the product and start making revenue. And then when we're making revenue, we can start filling in the gaps on all the other pieces. And of course, we have to have certain things kind of in place. Like I built a logo, I created some things, but I'm still evolving with all of that. But I started out doing one-on-one coaching, and that's how I got started that first year. My second year, I launched our Sales Accelerator Intensive, which is a hybrid of group coaching with a couple one-on-one sessions included. But it was a 6-week group coaching plus a couple of one-on-one sessions. And I just felt like It was great. People loved this group coaching. In fact, they would get to the end, they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna miss our meetings every week because we brainstormed, we talked through it. They got to hear different people's perspectives. We practiced." So I have created my own manual, my own program. It's called Getting to Yes, the Roadmap to the Close. And this program to me is magic. And I tell my clients all the time, if you will follow my recommendations, you will get to the end of a sales conversation and your client will say, "Well, how do we get started? What's our next step? What do you need from me next?" Because it's all about leading people ethically to decisions, lowering resistance, building buying desire, qualifying better, setting a buying atmosphere, booking, having, a packed calendar of appointments, finding lots of different ways to prospect and generate leads and fill your pipeline, and how to, once you do have that appointment booked, how to get to the end and have one of three things happen: a yes, a no, or a next step. And that's the magic, is knowing how to lead people to a decision. And so my program, Getting to Yes, the Roadmap to the Close, I teach it one-on-one to my clients, and we walk through it in a 3-month or 6-month container. And I love doing the one-on-one coaching. My small group coaching, we also went through it, but I went through it really fast. And what I found is a lot of times they would have a lot of success when they were in the group. And then when they would step out and they were out there doing it on their own, they would kind of slip into old habits. They would stop using some of the things and they would get in their head. And so they would kind of revert back. And so that's where the wolf pack came in. And I thought, you know what? We need more time. We need a little bit bigger group, because the other part of the group coaching, people were buying from each other. They were supporting one another. We were doing role playing and practicing. So by the time you get ready to go out there and try it on other people and use some of my strategy and my communication strategies, you've already practiced it. You've already used it and you've had results, because the people that you're talking to are like, "Oh, wow, that sounds wonderful." And there you're kind of experiencing it, plus you're seeing me use it in the group. You're Because what I do is I customize it. My Getting to Yes, the roadmap to the close, is a framework. It is not a script. It is psychology and framework and kind of why we want to say and do things at certain times, how to ask the right question at the right time to get the right answer. But at the same time, we have to be fluid. It can't be, "Okay, next step is." And so I give the framework. We practice the framework. I have magic words and power phrases that lead to decision. How to implement some of the wording that guide people, how to be directive and a decision facilitator so that you are leading people to a decision. I find that's one of the biggest problems a lot of people have, is they're leading people to indecision. So if you want to start closing more effectively, then my program, either on a one-on-one basis or my small group, but the wolf pack, I'm really excited about, because it's affordable, it's strategy, it's skill, it's referral marketing, it's connections, it's all the things that everybody needs to get better and to hone their craft and to practice on each other, but also building a community, a wolf pack of people that are going to support you, refer you, connect you, listen to you. You can practice on each other, and a lot of times are going to refer you or possibly want to do business with you. And so that's the beauty of the wolf pack. And we do it. One of the things, when I many years ago, I took a sales training, or that wasn't a sales training, it was some type of training, but it was $4,000. And I talked to them, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, when you need it the most, that's when the money isn't as accessible, right? You need this training, I need these skills, I need this thing, but it's a lot of money." And most sales training is anywhere between 6 months is $6,000 to $10,000. And and more. And I'm sure it's worth every penny of it. But there are a lot of people that need the training and are a little strapped on the money. And most of the time, it's money up front. So I'm doing a monthly payment plan so people have access to it. I don't want people that need it the most to miss out. But the bottom line is results. If you are looking for a system that will bring results, the thing I am probably the most proud of is the results I've been able to bring for new salespeople, new business owners that are just starting out, that don't like sales, are afraid of sales, have tried sales and felt like they failed, and have been able to take someone that hasn't closed a sale in 3, 6 months and start closing 1 to 3 sales a week, 1 to 5 sales a week, or someone that's seasoned in sales and has done really well, but all of a sudden is having record weeks, record months, improving their close ratio. We can all get better. And sometimes we can't fix ourselves. We can't make the tweaks that we need to make. And so we have to find someone else that can go, "Oh, I would tweak it this way. How about instead of this, do this?" Or give you ideas and inspiration, because most of the time what salespeople do is they keep doing the same things. Even if they're average, even if they're struggling, because they're afraid to tweak something, because what if it gets worse? So they just keep doing the same thing over and over again and hope somehow it will miraculously improve. It doesn't miraculously improve. So you have to make small tweaks and adjustments can make a massive difference. I've seen it in so many people. So if you want to be part of the Wolf Pack, my first inaugural Wolf Pack, our first one, we're only going to have 10 people. We already have spots filling up. So message me, book a one-to-one, get to know me, see if it's a fit for you, and let's go. What I want to do is see where you're at, what revenue you're generating, how many clients you're generating per week and month, and where you want to be. And then let's fill the gap. Let's take you from where you are to where you want to be and help you close sales with confidence, with ease. And if you want to grow a business that you are going to have a sales team, you want the skill because you want to pass it on to them, right? So get into my inbox or get on my calendar and book your free consultation sales strategy session. I'll give you tips and strategies how to answer any question that you have about sales, and we'll see if it's a fit for you. You have a great day.